All right. Minions always make me happy. Okay, long division. We're reviewing what we did last year in 4th grade with long division. Single-digit divisors, 3 numbers. So let's get started. What is the special formula for doing long division? And we used last year, does McDonald's sell burgers? And the little c for cheeseburgers. Okay, divide, multiply, subtract. Check to make sure that your subtraction number you're expecting is smaller than the divisor, and then bring down the next number. Does McDonald's sell burgers or cheeseburgers? All right, that's what we're going to use. I'm going to work some problems. Follow along, and then you'll get to practice on your own. Okay, we'll do a couple of examples, then I'll have you work some, and then I'll work them with you, and then you'll be turned loose on your assignment. Let's get started. The first one, problem number 1, is 516 divided by 6. Remember, when we write in long division, we're actually writing a number. The problem is written 516 divided by 6 equals. We write it in long division. We write the first number, the dividend, in the house, the divisor on the left. Okay? Does 6 fit into 5? 6 does not fit into 5. Okay? So I can do a couple things. I like to use an X to hold that spot so I don't put something else there. You'll see in Math Antics they do it a little differently, but here's another way you can do it. Okay? So now I add the 51 to it. So now does 6 go into 51? Yes, it does. How many times does 6 go into 51? Well, 6 times 6 is 36. Not close enough. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. And 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 9 is too big, so I'm going to go to 6 times 8. That's the divide step. And that's the divide step. Now I'm going to multiply the 8 times 6 that I just put down. 8 times 6 is 48. I write that under that number that I just used. Next step is subtract. I have to borrow here. 5 becomes a 4. 11 minus 8 is 3. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now I do my little c. Check and bring down. Is 3 less than 6 the divisor? Yes, it is. So I can move on to bring down the next number. Put it next to the 3, and now I have the number 36. 6 goes in. Now I go back to dividing again. 6 goes into my new number at the bottom. 6 goes into 36 6 times. Write that in the top. Multiply now. 6 times 6 is 36. Subtract is the next step. 0. There is nothing left to bring down. The 0 is clearly smaller. My answer is 86. Okay? So, not too difficult there. And we're actually not going to call this problem number 1. We're just going to call it a sample problem. Get rid of that. All right, let's go to problem. Okay, now we're going to call this one number 1 because this is actually going to be the first problem on your homework sheet that you'll be assigned in a little bit. So I'm going to work the first few problems, homework, together with you. Again, this is actually the problem, 231 divided by 6. Okay, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. Okay, so divide. Does 6 go into 2? 6 does not go into 2. Hold that spot. 6 go into 23. 6 goes into 23. 6 times 4 is 24, so that's too big. So we're going to go to 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. That's the multiply step. Now I'm going to do the subtract step. 13 minus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 minus 1 is 1. Oops, you can see here. I borrowed, but I forgot to borrow from there. So this is actually going to be a 0. All right, now my check. 5 is less than 6. So I can bring down the 1. New number is 51. 6 goes into 51 how many times? Well, 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 9 is 54. That's too big, so we're going to do 8. 8 times 6, multiply, 48. Subtract. Got to borrow again. 5 becomes a 4. 11 minus 8 is 3. 4 minus 4 is 0. Check 3 is less than 6. There's nothing left to bring down, so I have a remainder of 3. 38. Remainder 3. All right. Let me work another one for you here. 586. Right over here this time. This is problem number 2. This is 586 divided by 3. Again, that's what that problem looks like. We're not doing it in long division. So, 3. Does 3 go into 5? Yes, it does. It goes into 5 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract, get 2. 2 is less than 3. So I checked it. Now I can bring down the 8. Again, the steps: divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Brought down the 8. Now, next new division step. How many times is 3 going to 28? Well, 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 9 is 27. Did the dividing and multiplying. Now I subtract. 8 minus 7 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 is less than 3. Bring down the 6. Didn't leave myself much room here. Now, 3 goes into 16. 16 how many times? 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract, and I get 1. 1 is less than 3, so I have a remainder of 1. 195, remainder 1. Alright, you've seen me work 3 problems now, so now let's have you try one. Look at number 3 here. I want you to copy this down on a piece of paper, pause your video, and I want you to go through the steps. Let's write them on the side here for you. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. Okay, pause your video, work this problem. Alright, let's see how I did. 9 does not fit into 6, but 9 fits into 67. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72, so that's too many. 9 times 7 is 63. Subtract. So I divided. 9 goes into 67 7 times. I multiplied. 7 times 9 is 63. Now I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4. 6 minus 6 is 0. 4 is less than 9. That's my check. Bring down the next number, 2. 9 goes into 42. Well, 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45, so that's too much. 9 times 4 is 36. Subtract, you gotta borrow. 12 minus 6 is 6. 3 minus 3 is 0. 6 is less than 9, there's nothing left to bring down. Remainder 6. 74, remainder 6. Alright, let's have you practice another one. One more before we move on. Number 4. Okay, again, steps are divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. Pause your video and go for it. Alright, let's see how you do here. 4 fits into 4 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract to get 0. 0 is less than 4. Bring down a 0. Here's a cool shortcut. 4 goes into 0 0 times. Anytime you put a 0 in the quotient, in the answer part, you can just skip the other steps because you know 0 times 4 is 0. When you subtract 0 from anything, you're going to get 0, so you're not going to change anything. You can skip the next steps of divide, multiply, and subtract, and go right to bringing down the next number, 7. That's when you put a 0 in the answer. You just go right to bring down the next number. Now 4 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract and get 3. Remainder 3. 101. Remainder 3 is the answer. Alright, let's check out what your homework is. I've actually taken a picture of it here so you can see. If you look closely, oops, I have to insert that picture still, so give me just a moment. Alright, so here is your homework page. As you can see, we've already worked problems 1 through 4, so please complete the page. That is 16 more long division problems. Take your time, show your work, and good luck.